What's up, everybody? Is shipping included with this? Yes, Steven, shipping's included. And to help with any shipping questions about whether it's included in a break or not, just refer to the break post. It'll always say on the post what's going on with shipping. But basically anytime we do National Treasures or Prime or a hit-based product like this, that's not in a mixer, when it's just a standalone like this, shipping will always be included. I think the only time I haven't done that is when I went on vacation and took boxes with me, and actually I think I still did shipping. But anyway, just for everybody's info, it's always on the break pay or on the break post. It'll say shipping is included, or it'll say shipping is included for autos and relics, or it'll say shipping is not included. Those are kind of like the three most common things I do. But it's always going to be there. That way you guys know what's going on. I want you guys to be in the loop. I don't want you to be in the dark on what's happening. So, hey Tony, what's up? What's going on, Will? We'll give it about another minute, and then we'll get started. Because I didn't have a specific time we were going to start, we'll give it about another minute or so, and then we'll get this thing rocking and rolling. And of course, we can talk about the race. If you're somebody that hasn't watched the race, and you don't want any spoilers, two things: either speak now, so that we don't spoil it for you, or mute us so that you don't hear anything. One way or the other, because I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen the race. But like I said, definitely don't want to ruin it for anybody. All right, let me get this process started at least. So here is our owner list for tonight. I know that yellow doesn't, the yellow highlighter is a little tough probably for you guys to see. I mean, I know you can see it, but it's probably doesn't show up well, with separation. So I'll try to keep that in mind. But anyway, all spots are accounted for. Everything's paid for. Appreciate everybody's help with all that. So thank you to you guys. Hey, Todd. What's up, Mike? Filler spots were Brittany Zamora, Connor Mozak, Richard Childress, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of drivers. So a whole bunch of drivers in the filler. Let me bring the tablet over. And we got 1 through 15 on the filler. I think it boils down to 1, 2, 3, 4 people again, I believe. 4 different people in this. Obviously, Johnny has a whole bunch of spots playing the odds. But again, just like I always say, it only takes 1 to win. So, just like a lottery ticket, only takes 1 to win. All right, 15 ducks. Let's change it up and go, instead of 45, let's go 54 seconds. I don't know, just changing things up. And take you down so you can see a little better. We'll shuffle the characters one time. And here we go, good luck. Hey, Andrew. Going good, man. Going good. I've been at it for a long time today. I'm glad that we're breaking National Treasures tonight. I remember thinking after I scheduled that break, I remember thinking, boy, that was smart. Because I had a card show this morning, and I was up at 6:30 this morning prepping for the card show. And then we went, after the card show this afternoon, I went to my sister-in-law's where we went swimming and had a couple of drinks and did that stuff. And then, of course, we had the race tonight. So I'm glad, for a late break, I'm glad we're doing NT. Here we go, making a move. Who's it going to be? Duck 14. Duck 14. He's a naked duck. Or she, I don't know. I'm not trying to assign gender. Duck 14. Johnny Hinton. So Johnny played the odds and won. So congrats, Johnny. I'll keep the tablet handy just in case we need it for anything. With National Treasures, there's always a chance of some kind of duel. So, with that, let's wish good luck to everybody, and let's get started. Yeah, big win for Austin Dillon tonight. Hopefully that's not a spoiler for anybody, but certainly redemption for the 3 team from last year. You know, one of those things where I thought tonight's race was excellent, really. I really thought there was a chance for about 10 different people to win the race at different moments. And I thought the tires that Goodyear provided was a good tire because it made them have to race. It wasn't a fuel mileage race, which I appreciate. So, yeah, so many different strategies that you can take with the style of race it was. So I don't see how anybody can look at that race and say, oh, that wasn't a good race. It definitely was. I think it checks a lot of boxes. Granted, it doesn't check the box that your favorite driver might not have won, but that's part of the deal, So, White Sparkle DW going to Troy. Carson Quapple White Sparkle. Going to go to Steve Teskey. I remember when I was watching, it was about 60 to go or whatever, and Dylan and Blaney had been going back and forth. Another DW for Troy. And I remember thinking, man, if he gets by Blaney and clears him, that might be it. This could be the race for the win that we're watching. And sure enough, he passed him, and then I remember them calling him to the pits, and I thought, oh, that could be it right there. Like that race-winning move right there. Blaney probably should have undercut him, as soon as he got past, should have been ducking to pit road, but there's a lot of action in that all at once to make that happen. So a lot of passing though. I thought it was a good race. So empty box. One of the better races we've seen in a hot minute, that's for sure. So let me get a mag. Can't throw your call. Oh no. 10 of 10. Hollow gold Christopher Bell. Going to Micah. Nice hit, Micah. William said he had to scold his son that even if you're mad at the race, you can't throw your cars at the TV. Oh, life of a parent, huh? Ten of 10 Bell Hollow Gold. And right behind him, 6 of 10 Darlington Dreams, Bobby Allison. Bobby Allison's going to go to Jake. There we go. So 2 mags to start us off. We'll take that. Next, we got Race Used Tires, 12 out of 99 for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., which will go to Nick Marquette. Nick Marquette with the Stenhouse. $18 of 99, Race Used Tires, Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer went unclaimed. Sam Mayer and Sage Karam, they went unclaimed. Go to the filler to Johnny Hinton. Love the passion, can't afford the... Exactly, man. Can't buy a new TV every time your driver doesn't win. Noah Gragson and Chase Briscoe. Team duels, 92 and 99. Gragson is Scott Bastian, and Briscoe is John Boyles. John Boyles and Scott Bastian. If you guys are watching and you can figure it out between the two of you, let me know. You got about probably 10 minutes, maybe. Maybe not quite, but you got a few minutes. Otherwise, we'll do a random at the end if I don't hear from you guys. 5 of 99, Race Used Fire Suit, Tony Breidinger. Goes to Zach Brenner. Oh, and this is nice. This is nasty. Brennan Poole, Fire Suit Signatures, Emerald Green, 2 out of 5 with the laundry tag. Brennan Poole went unclaimed. That was Brennan Poole and Brett Moffitt as a pair. This went unclaimed through the filler to Johnny Hinton. Laundry tag, patch auto hit through the filler. Sheesh. Well done, Johnny. Well done. Yeah. Very nice. And then we got the worldwide famous 67 and 99 Tommy Joe Martin Fire Suit Signatures. And this is a previous year, 2023. Tommy Joe is going to go to Michael Clay. Funny enough, Michael Clay took that spot probably for the Ty Dillon spot, not Tommy Joe. But you ended up with Tommy Joe nonetheless. And I think I got maybe one more for Mike. If you stay tuned, Mike, we got you a nice one for your race winner. That's sharp. 24 of 25 with the hollow silver Austin Dillon. Man, that's cool. Out of 25. Again, going to Michael Clay with the Austin Dillon. Really, really sharp. Put our winner there. I'm just reading William's comment. My son calls Tony B hot girl. His mom, not so much a fan of that. Don't know where he heard that. Busted. That's what I say. Busted. Carson Quapple. Rookie patch auto. Colossal materials. Out of 49. 24 of 49. That's going to go to Steve Teskey with an RPA. That doesn't suck either. That's a pretty decent box. Pretty decent box of NT with 3 SSPs plus an RPA. Pretty decent box. Plus the dual. All right. Box 2. I wanted to share with you guys real quick, too, while I'm opening this up. So today's card show was good. It's the smallest of the shows that I do, but I really enjoy doing the show. I like the people that sit up there, and we've got a nice little community there, and it's just fun. Like, I would do that show even if I didn't really do all that well, just because I enjoy it. You know what I mean? So, and I wouldn't be like, oh man, I crushed it today. I just did okay. But it was pretty slow. I figure with a lot of people getting back to school and, you know, but at any rate, I wanted to mention real quick, sold some more NASCAR stuff at a show as a dealer once again. I had a female collector come up to me, and she expressed that she, has interest in NASCAR cards to a degree. You know, she doesn't collect them, hasn't bought any, but she went digging through my box and she pulled out a couple. She said, I want to get these. And I said, okay. You know, we talked about them and what they were, and gave her a sticker and the whole 9 yards. And her husband was there and talked to him, and just a nice, you know, good interaction, good experience. Good to see somebody saying, hey, I want to get into this a little bit. And then there was a young kid. He'd probably no more than 10 to 12 years old, maybe 12. And he was walking around. His dad wasn't there. And he comes up to me and he says, you have NASCAR? And I said, yeah. And he says, my dad's a NASCAR fan. And I said, oh, who's he like? And he says, oh, he likes Bubba Wallace. And I said, well, I've got Bubba Wallace in here. So we pulled out some, and he bought 2 $3 cards that were Bubba Wallace cards. I sold the pair for $5, you know, to give him a little deal. And I thought that was cool, you know, son buying dad a couple cards. So, just cool stuff. Clint Boyer going to Dan Owens on the White Sparkle. Just wanted to share that. And again, if you are somebody that goes to a card show and you don't see NASCAR, ask for it. Dealers that I know and myself operate in a similar way, that if somebody asks for something and I hear it more than once, I'm very likely to try to find it. So, Mark Martin going to Andy Heisey. So, you know, what I mean by that is if you go to a show and you don't see any NASCAR, ask for it. There might not be any there, but the next time you come back, there still might not be any there, but ask for it again. By the third time, I bet somebody has NASCAR. So, you might have to invest a little time to try to get people to do it, but you'll start reaping the benefits. Sheldon Creed going to Troy. Card dealers look for 2 things at shows, really. There's 2 things that are important. One is cards that they can sell, obviously, for a profit of some sort. And 2, or 1 and 1B, sell for some kind of profit, and that it's, fairly liquid. And then the other thing that they look for is it something that's going to cost an arm and a leg to have sit, at my table? And if the answer is no, it's not going to cost a lot, then some dealers are willing to take a shot at it. So 3 of 10, Darlington Dreams, Denny Hamlin Hollow Gold. Going to Braxton. Johnny, you are the duck race whisperer tonight. You are the duck whisperer. Oh, I grabbed the wrong... Hang on. Stand by for a second. I grabbed the wrong size mag. It's very important with one touches, which I'm sure everybody's aware, but I'll say it anyway. It's very important that you have the correct size and that you don't go too big and that they're floppy in there. You want them to fit snug, not too tight to where you're smashing it, but snug. What I mean by that is you don't want, when you move this back and forth, you don't want the card flip-flopping back and forth going tick, 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 tick. You don't want that to happen. If I had used the bigger one, it would do that. So, Denny Hamlin going to Braxton. Like I said, I'm sure everybody's aware of that. But 2 of 49 with the Legends Mark Martin going to Andy Heisey. That's our first base out of the 2 boxes that wasn't numbered to 10. All the others were numbered to 10. 31 of 75, blue race used fire suit. Brittany Zamora, she went unclaimed through the filler. The filler has reaped some benefits tonight. Going to Johnny. Johnny is doing well with the Ducks. Let me open another box of 130s while we're here, too. That was the last one out of that box. Austin Dillon, 98 of 99, race used fire suit. Going to Michael Clay. Need to get their shit together. Tomorrow night, there's no race tomorrow, obviously, but we will still do a break tomorrow night because that's just our Sunday tradition. 65 of 99, Bobby Labonte. Race used fire suit. Bobby goes to Kevin Bennett. So tomorrow night, I'll post the break at 6:30 tomorrow night. And wanted to just mention real quick what is included in the break tomorrow. So tomorrow's mixer, it's a 9-box mixer that will be 1 box of National Treasures 2024. It'll be 3 boxes of 2025 Donruss. It'll be 4 blasters of 2024 Prism. 2 of each color combination, 2 blue and then 2 green ice. And then 1 hobby box of 2023 Prism. So a total of 9 boxes. It is 4 blasters and 5 hobby. And that's tomorrow night at 6:30. 3 of 10 hollow gold treasured swatches Michael McDowell. With the sheet metal, Mac Daddy going to Will Black. And that one we can use the other mag. Arca race tomorrow at... Oh, good looking out, Dave. 2... I think you're right. And I think Kaylee Bryson is making her Arca debut tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's racing. Nice hit, Will. /25 Silhouettes, Tanner Gray. Short print Tanner Gray. That's going to go to Dale. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. ARCA puts on a good race, usually. I mean, I know sometimes you only end up with a couple cars that are really in contention, but they usually still put on a good race. Midnight Shadow Box Signatures from Prime, 8 out of 10. Brandon Jones with the platinum. I guess you could call it hollow silver or platinum, either one. But Brandon Jones, 8 out of 10 on the Midnight. Going to Scott Dixon. Nice hit, Scott. Boy, that's sharp. We have been mag crazy tonight, and I'm here for it. Hang on. No, we got to go up a size. I don't like how that fits. My OCD just can't take it. I'm sorry. Switch to the next size. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Brandon Jones to 10. Don't see Kaylee on. It may not be this weekend. I may have it mixed up. It may be a different weekend. Nice hit, Scott. Then we got Championship Glory. 61 of 99. Rusty Wallace. Rusty is going to go to Victor Rivera. Couple solid boxes of NT, honestly. And last but not least, 96 out of 99. Lasting Legacies, Kyle Busch. That's going to go to Thomas Jones Jr. The Kyle Busch hit. My son upstairs just said, boom, like he's watching the break or something and knows. It was just funny timing. But, yeah, so that's what I got for tonight. I'll get you guys a recap, and then we'll do this duel here in just a minute. But again, tomorrow night, 6:30. Sunday night, 6:30. 9-box Pick Your Driver mixer. Again, 4 blasters, 5 hobby boxes tomorrow night. So don't miss out on that. And let me get you guys a recap. And then we will do the random. Appreciate everybody's support for sure. And hope everybody enjoyed the race tonight. I know I did. Even though my favorite drivers didn't win, it was still very exciting to watch, I thought. So here we go. Silhouettes, Tanner Gray to 25. Bobby Labonte to 99. Firesuit. Austin Dillon out of 99. Brittany Zamora to 75. Tony B to 99. As William Heron's son says, Tony B. Hot Girl. Out of 99, Sam Mayer. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. out of 99. Might have to start calling her that just because now. Kyle Busch to 99. Rusty Wallace, also out of 99. RPA Carson Quapple to 49. Tommy Joe Martins out of 99. We had the dual relic, which, as I mentioned, we got to do a random for here in just a minute. Whole bunch of mag cards, 6 total mags. 8 of 10 Midnight Shadowbox Signatures, Brandon Jones. 3 of 10 Treasured Swatches, Michael McDowell. Denny Hamlin, Darlington Dreams, 3 of 10. 10 of 10 Christopher Bell Base. Darlington Dreams, 6 of 10 Bobby Allison. Then we had race winner tonight, 24/25, Austin Dillon, with a really nice patch auto, sharp card. And then that 2/5 green Fire Suit Signatures laundry tag auto, Brennan Poole, which went through the filler. So, let me grab the tablet, and we will handle the last little bit of business for Noah Gragson and Chase Briscoe. As soon as I get things to load for me. Chase Briscoe's John Boyles. And Noah Gragson is Scott Bastian. All right, so we got to pump in here. Chase Briscoe. You'd think it would auto-populate as many times as I do this. And Noah. It's not Woa, it's there, Noah. Gragson. There we go. All right. So, Briscoe and Noah. Oh, I got to spell it right. There we go. Thank you. All right, so just like always, 5 times. Winners on the top. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to go to the Noah Gragson spot and Scott Bastian. Scott Bastian and the Noah Gragson spot for the duel. So congrats, Scott, on that. John, my apologies that the random gods were not in your favor tonight. But that's all she wrote. Appreciate everybody's support tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. And we'll see you guys Sunday at 6:30 for the 9-box mixer. Until then, we'll see you all next time.